Hi guys, and welcome to Projected on the Screen Behind the Screen. Michael here, and today I'd like to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time, Chicken Run. But mostly what I'd like to talk about is how Chicken Run uses color to show the growing relationship between Ginger and Rocky as the film progresses. Chicken Run was originally produced in 1997 and was one of the first major productions from Aardman Productions, which is clearly defined by the beautiful animation that we see throughout the film. If you were to take Chicken Run and take each scene and bring it down to its core colors, what you'll be able to see is a slow progression from cold, dim colors into warmer, more fulfilling and lovely colors. If we were to look at the first scene in Chicken Run, where we have the chickens running away from the angry lady who's trying to make them into pot pies, what you'll be able to notice is there's a lot of metallic and oppressive colors, creating a sense of loneliness and despair. This is present because it reflects Ginger's inner feelings, due to the fact that she doesn't have Rocky yet in her life. The cold, oppressive colors that symbolize loneliness can be clearly reflected in her face, and how Aardman Animations has beautifully animated these lonely and despairing expressions onto her face also. Now this contrasts greatly to when Rocky is introduced. Let's look at the meeting scene as an example, when they're all sitting in the chicken coop. But also, I'd like to bring your attention to how the characters are framed within this scene. Here we can see the camera in a medium shot with all the chickens within view, making plans, but Rocky and Ginger being in the central point. Now, within this scene, the predominant colors that can be observed are red and orange. Now, a lot of people would say this is just consequential because chickens are most commonly these colors. However, I'm here to disagree with that. If we look into Egyptian history, what can be observed is that red and orange are very commonly associated with feelings of love and passion, as is common within Egyptian culture. I believe that Aardman Productions translated this and adapted this into the Chicken Run movie, using the Egyptian emotive color schemes to apply to Chicken Run the movie. Now later on in the film, there's a moment of despair for the characters. This is the one moment where we see the most arduous turmoil between Rocky and Ginger's relationship. Straight away, what can be observed is that the colors are much more dim. I also want to bring your attention once again to the framing. Rocky looks lost, lonely. He's made to look small in this frame. This is because he himself is lost and lonely, and this sort of expert filmmaking could only have been achieved through Aardman Productions. Now, when we look back at Ginger, suddenly it can be observed that the Egyptian love colors of orange and red aren't so present anymore, instead being replaced by darker, dimmer colors. Now, one of the main characters I want to look at is the old man chicken who once was a colonel. This character, in my opinion, acts as a very deep and intrinsic metaphor for the struggles of the Vietnam War. Now, look at the colors that are present within the General Chicken. What can you see? Mostly black, white, and red. Now, if we were to look at Vietnamese culture and look at the relevance of black, it is in fact true that black in Vietnamese culture truly symbolizes the struggle of the Vietnam War according to that culture. Now, the final point that I would like to raise is in the final scene where the chickens escape in a large mechanical chicken. Once again, the colors that can be most clearly observed are the orange and the red. This is to show the group love of the chickens towards the mechanical chicken, as the mechanical chicken is a metaphor for their want for freedom and escape. And so, in turn, the chickens love the mechanical chicken. And at the end of the day, when you think about it, this entire film is focused on love between chickens and other chickens. And that is why Chicken Run is my favorite film of all time. This has been Projected on the Screen Behind the Screen. I'm Michael, and if you want more videos just like this, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment suggesting what you might like to see next. Thank you, and have a nice day.